As part of the program to modernize the Philippine Navy's sealift and amphibious capabilities, and replace legacy ships, the service has requested for support and funding to acquire 2 additional Strategic Sealift Vessels, SSV. This is among the Horizon 2 phase priority projects of the Revised AFP Modernization Program. Approved budget for the contract is 5.56 billion pesos for 2 ships. This is actually higher than the budget allocated for the first 2 SSVs under Horizon 1 phase, which eventually won by PT PAL, and the resulting ships became the Tarlac-class. But this might be to compensate for the drop in dollar value of the Philippine pesos while also allowing the inflation, price increase, and improvements on the SSV requirement. Among the shipbuilders, the companies who show much interest in this project are PT PAL of Indonesia, Dutch shipbuilder Damen, South Korea's Deason, and India's Larsen & Toubro, Goa Shipyards, Garden Reach Shipbuilders, and Engineers, and Mazagon Dock Private Limited. Specification of Philippine Navy Landing Docks Acquisition Project are as follow. First, capabilities. Safely operate to up to Sea State 6. Being able to launch at least 2 landing craft utilities from the well deck, at least 2 are HIVs or MAPAC Mk3 to and from the cradle, and amphibious assault vehicle to and from the well deck and side ramps. Accommodate at least 2 10-ton helicopters in the helideck. Helicopter hangar for at least 1 10-ton helicopter. Second, dimensions and characteristics, at least 120 meters long. At least 21 meters breadth. Displacement at least 7,200 tons, payload compliant. Ship operation up to Sea State 6. Helicopter operation up to Sea State 4. LCU, RHIB and MAPAC operations up to Sea State 4. Amphibious assault vehicle operations up to Sea State 4. Complement of 138 officers and men including 16 females. Non-organic complement for 1 VVIP, 8 VIPs, and 33 officers and men. Allow accommodation for a Marine battalion of 500 men. Third, performance, cruising speed of at least 13 knots. Maximum speed of at least 16 knots. Maximum range of at least 9,000 nautical miles without refueling. Ship circling diameter of not more than 5 ship lengths. Operated temperatures between 10 degrees to 45 degrees Celsius air temperature, -2.2 degrees to 32 degrees Celsius sea temperature, and 10% to 100% humidity. Fourth, equipment support, 2 collapsible cradles for TUMPAC Mk.3. Storage for up to 24 rounds of Spike ER missiles. Well deck provisions for 2 LCUs. Flight deck for 2 10-ton medium helicopters, specifically AW139 and including AW159. Flight deck with deck locking grid or landing grid helicopter securing system. Hangar for a 10-ton helicopter, specifically the AW139. Storage for up to 48 Spike nose missile rounds and 48 2.75 inches aerial rockets. 7-meter, 40-ton capacity tank turntable to turn vehicles on its own radius. Space to fit at least 8 amphibious assault vehicle. Fifth, ship design. Future space and munition storage for a 76mm gun, port or starboard or aft 30mm guns, CIWS, decoy launching systems. Fitted for but not with hull-mounted sonar, air/surface search 3D radar, electronic warfare system, combat management system, electro-optical tracking system, and gyro compass. Powered by 2 main propulsion diesel engines. Both thruster and controllable pitch propellers. 4 service generators, allowing 3 to be fully capable to power the entire ship, including all fitted for but not with items. 2 reverse osmosis plants for freshwater production. Replenishment at sea capability using STANAG 1065 standards. 6th, sensors and weapons, X and S-band solid-state navigation radars. Forward-looking infrared camera. 8 nose, of .50 caliber machine guns with mounts, and lastly, technology transfer, grant Philippine Navy the ownership of design or allow licensed production of the design. The first bidding attempt, which was held last August 8, 2019, for the landing docks acquisition project failed after the only bidder was disqualified due to inability to comply with the requirement that is having at least 1 ship to be built in the Philippines. It appears that insisting one of the ships to be built locally would be difficult for foreign shipbuilders due to the limited time provided for them to consider such requirement. This leads to the removal of the said requirement. Second attempt to bid the landing docks acquisition project was declared a failure pursuant to Section 41B of the Government Procurement Act. This specific section indicates that the bidding was considered a failure because the Bids and Awards Committee failed the prescribed bidding procedures, which is something that does not happen usually. Despite previous reports that the Philippine Navy will be reviewing the technical specifications, especially on the flight deck requirement, it appears that there were no changes on the requirements except for fathometer requirements and on helicopter deck operations training. Sadly, the flight deck remains at 10-ton capacity for each space. This is not a good sign, since even if the deal between the DND and Rosabaron Export pushes through for MIL Mi-17 medium helicopters happen or not, having a higher load capacity and even flight deck length just to accommodate them or any other similar sized helicopter will be useful, considering the Philippine Air Force has not given up on such projects. Third attempt to bid the landing docks acquisition project was successful, and the lowest bidder is the local shipbuilder Megaship Builders Incorporated, which is joint ventured to a Malaysian shipbuilder, Sing Kiong Hong Dockyards SDN BHD. The problem is, Megaship Builders or even its joint venture partner Sing Kiong Hong Dockyards has never built a landing platform dock type ship before. Both companies appear to have no experience either in installing, integrating and supporting military equipment and subsystems. Later on, the joint venture between Megaship Builders and Sing Kiong Hong Dockyards JV was disqualified during the post-qualification inspection, PQI, due to financial and technical reasons, which may have included their lack of experience in building an LPD-like vessel or military transport vessels of similar size and design. This means that the second lowest bidder will be given the chance to steal the show. And in this case, the second lowest bidder is Indonesian state-owned shipbuilder PT PAL, which was the builder of the Tarlac-class LPD already in use with the Philippine Navy, and was able to pass the post-qualification inspection. Despite PT PAL passing the post-qualification inspection, it appears that the Philippine Navy reset the project, with revisions made on the project's technical requirements to improve the ship's overall design and capability to compare to the original requirements. Max Defense source confirmed that other shipbuilders have submitted offers to the PN due to reports of a project reset, one of which was Spain's Navantia. The second bidding attempt after project reset was declared failed, and this means that Philippine Navy may either opt for a negotiated procurement, or even consider a government-to-government deal with a foreign country.